rumblings got nearer, the danger is clearer. Its treads start crashing and its cannon starts blasting. This machine won't stop fighting. Its neon is frightening. Making top boss its rank is the unstoppable, indomitable Mega Tank.
This is the Nightwolf howling at you, and today we're going to take a look at the Neon Camo Millennial Nostalgia Ignition Mega Tank, a Botcon exclusive vehicle. So on the front, obviously, we are seeing the whole box here, and it's this kind of like outline thing. It looks really cool, honestly, and the box has so many metallic highlights on it, and so many reflections from me right now, as you can probably see. But yeah, this is a beautiful box. Obviously, it's from Ramen Toys, made for Botcon. On the side, we just see Mega Tank, Botcon exclusive. Agabyss is the place that was running Botcon. Same on that side. Flip it on the back, we just get another look at the tank. And actually, this kind of makes it look like it's in the Tron universe, to be honest with you. But that's cool. The back is plain black. And here we have some additional information on the bottom. Across the Earth's scorched deserts, a transforming alien robot once known as a leader of its race stalked the sand dunes like a predator of metal and light. It studied humanity with a silent curiosity until the military discovered it. Ambushed and overwhelmed by experimental EMP weaponry, its transformation sequence was corrupted mid-shift, trapping it in its battle tank form. I mean, that wouldn't really be mid-shift, would it? That would be final finished shift. Immobilized, weapon systems half functioning, it was hauled into a remote government facility where its body was dissected for reverse engineering and its consciousness locked but aware, simmering with rage. Years later, the world moved on with technologies born from the robot's stolen design, but deep within the lab's cold vaults, a flicker of energy stirred in a dormant core. It reassembled its fragmented mind using the very code the humans had extracted to rewrite itself. Though still trapped in tank form, it hacked into the base's systems, puppeteering machines to forge its path to freedom. As the doors of the facility crumbled under its cannon's renewed fire, the tank rolled into the night, vowing to bring the organization to its knees. It would return not as an observer, but as a storm. So let's go ahead and open this up, shall we? Something to note before we get too far on this. Along with the tank, it's supposed to come with a helmet that resembles Megatron's head. But then I saw some postings for the leftover stock saying that there's a bonus figure. So I pre-ordered mine like almost a year ago and finally got it in like literally 2 days ago. And I don't know if the figure is actually included with this or not. The helmet should be, but I don't know about the figure. So we will find out together. Full figure, buddies. Additional parts. And the tank barrel. All right, so we will start by assembling the tank. As we remember from last time, when we did the hunters, barrel goes on the front. You know, you gotta line it up, which I thought I did. There we go. The machine gun on it is painted different this time. We got green parts to go along with the black. It's kind of too bad they didn't do this in purple. We got that little magnetic thing that is just kind of dumb. Actually, that does go over here though. And we got some antennas, which are also in black. So as we take a look at our tank here, it rolls still, same as before. The turret spins around. We can pull it off. The inside pretty much is the same as our previous tanks. Nothing new there. The color is even the same. That is kind of a shame. It would have been cool if they'd done that green. Put the turret back on, hopefully. I hate doing this part. Oh my god. There we go. So now we have the turret facing forward. We can raise it up and down. The machine gun spins around on its base, up and down. We can open up the top latch. The seat at the top is also green again. The little searchlight thing moves on its own. The treads roll. We still have all the springs in there. Got the hooks. We can pull the front cover off. So if we wanted to use this as the base for some of our other vehicles, we could. Although as far as I know, they don't have any actual plans to give us the other parts in the Neon Camo Green here. Oh, check that out. Oh. There is actually, if you look on this, there's actually fatigue on that part already. Honestly, looks like it might even be broken for that matter right there. So, slight negative there. We got those here. The clamp still opens up, although not a whole hell of a lot. Where the hell did I put Megatron? All right, so let's take a brief comparison here of Megatron next to it. Honestly, it does kind of look like they were trying to get a lot of the camouflage pattern the same on the two of on this. Not perfect, mind you, but very, very similar. Especially like look back here. This whole thing looks really good. This, not so much. This up the front is very similar. Nothing in the back. Oh, we still have the rubber flaps back here. We got some camouflage back here as well. Here we go. This kind of matches up with that. On this side, we can see the patterns here. Again, matches up really well. This, very similar. Not exact, but similar. Same here. Not exact, but very similar. So yeah, Ramen Toys did try to match up the camouflage pattern as best they could with this tank. And I think they did an excellent job. This looks beautiful, honestly. I'm kind of curious about something, though. I saw a video where a guy made one of the other ramen tanks into a remote control vehicle. But he noticed that this part here where it's got all the... You know, where it hooks into the treads to move it. That on one side, it wasn't lined up properly. So I just want to take a quick look here. It looks like they fixed that detail. Now that could also just be on his, because this little bit is two pieces glued together. But yeah, I'll see. I believe I have that video in my playlist for random favorites and funny. So you should check that out. If you got one of those ramen tanks, you might be able to make a remote control one. But now we've got our bonus item here. That would make this the first Ramen Toys action figure I've ever gotten. Because I have not... Okay, let's go with the first 6-inch scale Ramen Toys figure I've ever gotten. Because obviously I've got the ones that came with the Magana. But originally... Wow, check that head out. That is a bald-ass head. That is very shiny too. Like his face has a little bit like of coloring on it for balance there, I guess, and the head does not. That is, we are going to blind you because we shined our heads so well. But whoops, this was the original helmet that was supposed to come with him to be Megatron's head. So the idea would have been that you could have used that helmet on a regular action figure for G.I. Joe. So let's start out with Cobra Trooper. Actually, that's pretty nice on there actually right now, don't you think? That looks good. I like it. We'll do one of the Crimson Twins. Doesn't get past his hair. I guess it would probably work on Mindbender if you wanted it to. Maybe that Specto would get in the way, but he does have a bald-ass head. Zartan too, for that matter, now that I think about it. And it's definitely way too big for the Valkyrie. Now let's take a look at Zartan, because his thing comes off there. It fits pretty good on Zartan too. So that obviously would be an option for you if you'd gotten this. I will say, though, it is kind of too bad that they didn't do this in the same colors, so that we could have had them in the Megatron colors, but I'm not going to complain too much about getting a free figure and helmet. Come to think of it, now that I think about it, it actually is in the Megatron colors, so I guess maybe I should just shut the hell up, huh? The face was purple. See, I was thinking that his head was green and the face was purple, but no, the face was actually still silver, so... So, okay, never mind. He is still pretty much in the same colors, although the body itself is not in the colors. But yeah, so... Is this one of the face sculpts from their, like, pilots? But let's talk about this figure real quick. So, he's got a harness here. Kind of maybe could be like G1 Megatron. His suit does appear to be a dark grayish tan color. They do have different type of jointing than the G.I. Joe Classified do. Actually, this is very similar to the jointing we saw in the Sectars figures. So this figure himself has a head. It has the same kind of ball joint system as G.I. Joe does, and the neck is a separate piece and wobbles around. And then we've got a little bit of leeway up at the top of the neck. There does not appear to be a butterfly joint, but it's hard to tell because this looks like there's a harness and a plastic coating over the body. But we can hinge up and down. Spin around. Elbow swings all around. Elbow swings. The bicep cut is there. It feels a bit loose. Again, I can see, maybe it's hard to tell for you guys, but it does have a different type of jointing than G.I. Joe does too there, it looks like. The elbow is a double elbow. And again, the way the articulation is set up on this one is very, again, that kind of Sectars thing like with the knee back here. I'm trying to figure out. I do not believe the torso has any additional articulation, so no boob cut, no crunch. But he does have a waist, and it looks like it's attached to a ball joint because he can wobble there. We do have drop-down hips, which look really good. Or work really good, I should say. This thing keeps sliding off. We can kick out so far. We can kick forward so far. And we can kick back a little bit. He does, in fact, have butt cheeks. They fully went with the butt cheeks here. Something we don't usually see in the figures. Thigh cut. Again, we already talked about the double jointed knee. The shin guards do resemble the G1 Megatron legs. And the boots are fairly standard boots. We have a ball jointed hinge there. So we could theoretically make it go in and out or up and down. And again, we have the twist. He also have articulated toes, which G.I. Joe Classified does not. So this is our Mega Tank driver. Again, it actually would have been pretty cool, though, if he was in the same colors as the tank itself then. Because even though I was wrong about the helmet when I was thinking about it, you know, this head still was on top of this body. But how well does he actually fit in the tank then? Oh, yeah. I forgot about his wrists, too. His wrists do spin. There's an in and out articulation, or up and down, it looks like. Hold on. Oh, shit, I just broke it. Well, not broke, but I unplugged the ball joint there. Okay, it looks like I got it back into place. All right, so don't do that. Don't try to pull the hand out. Oh, shit. You know what? I may need to pull this out and put it in there properly. On its own, maybe? Yeah, I'm going to have to do that. Also, just to say, the hands are not gripping hands. Oh, and those are boot covers, not the actual boots, I should say. Alright then. But we can kind of have him sit there and look like he's kind of holding the machine gun. But the hands really aren't very good for this. I'm just going to say that out right now. But he can hold it. It does look pretty good. And like pretty much every time we've put a figure in, it doesn't want to come out. Yeah, these things do make life a little bit more difficult. The shin guards. Now we'll pop it off on purpose. We'll see how well he actually fits into the driver's seat. Again, his hands don't really fit in there very well on there because they're not gripping hands when you get right down to it. But they do at least resemble, and it's a little bit easier to get them into position there. So that is our G.I. Joe scaled G2 Megatron tank, otherwise known as the Neon Camo Mega Tank. I think as far as a recolor for the Hunter went for Ramen Toys, this one knocks it out of the park. This is just absolutely glorious. And when you consider how much effort they put into getting the camouflage pattern to be as close to the Megatron as they could, I mean, it's just chef's kiss, so to speak. That stupid ring to hold the barrel, however, is just still stupid. I don't know how it got swapped around when I put that up there, but whatever. It's too bad that that is damaged, that fatigued area, although you can probably see it in the video still. And the figure has a full bonus. That was nice. That is a very nice bonus to get, and I'm glad they gave it to us, and I think it looks pretty good. The hands, though, do leave a bit to be desired. The head sculpt is pretty boring, but what do you expect? It's just a plain bald head. I think, though, that if they had done it in the same colors as the Megatron body, I do think that might have looked a bit better, but I think they were going more for a G1 look with this version when you get right down to it, obviously. Especially when you look at the legs and they look like the G1 Megatron legs. But yeah, this is a great, great vehicle. I'll be glad to put this up with my G.I. Joe collection when I finally get these shelves so I can put some of these larger scale items up there. Although once I do that, I'm going to have to figure out where else to do my video reviews. That's something that's coming up. But if you want to get this, currently I believe it is still up for sale on both Ramen Toys and Agabyss for the Botcon site. I'll probably go ahead and leave links in the description below in case anybody is interested in trying to get their hands on this version. Because if you didn't buy the regular ramen tanks because you really didn't care that much, but you were thinking about it, I think this is a good one to jump in on, especially since it comes with the free figure. And I believe that this was actually $250 when I ordered it directly from the Botcon site, and I was able to get free shipping on it also. I don't know if that's still what they're doing or not, but that's what it was when I bought it or pre-ordered it. It might also have been a pre-order deal. But I'm interested to know what you guys have to say about this tank, especially since, you know, it's a nice G.I. Joe Transformers crossover item to go with the 6-inch scale, something I doubt we'll see very much of from Hasbro. Like, it even seems like they may have just dropped doing the G.I. Joe Hasbro crossover, the G.I. Joe Transformer crossovers in the O-ring scale, because there was a rumor that we were going to get the Optimus Prime Mobat with like General Hawk or whatever, and I haven't heard anything about that in a long ass time, so I'm guessing that probably isn't going to happen. But yeah, just tell me what you guys think in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this review, please feel free to blast apart that like button. If you want to hear more of my nonsense in the future, you can subscribe. Maybe go ahead and tap on that notification bell. I thank you for watching. Peace and love. Oh, and I just want to add for anybody else who's here at this point, V was the one who did the voiceover for me, and I am going to put all the takes on here at the back end. So let me know what you think of that too. Thanks again for watching. Peace and love.
The rumblings got nearer, the danger is clearer. Its treads start crashing, and its cannon starts blasting. This machine won't stop fighting. Its neon is frightening, making top boss its rank. It's the unstoppable, indomitable Mega Tank. Its rumblings got nearer, its danger is clearer. Its treads start crashing, and its cannon starts blasting. This machine won't stop fighting. Its neon is frightening, making top boss its rank. It's the unstoppable, indomitable Mega Tank. The rumblings got nearer, the danger is clearer. Its treads start crashing and its cannon starts blasting. This machine won't stop fighting. Its neon is frightening, making top boss its rank. It's the unstoppable, indomitable Mega Tank.